About crypto all-in-one channel.
Great impact. An impact to our society with values revolving around culture of malasakit. As the year comes to close, let's all watch together and celebrate, Miranda, our achievements this year of 2022. I'm very proud to present to you all of our achievements and join me as we watch together.
Are you ready, guys? Kamusta ka na? This is Coach Miranda Miner.
Ano po ba ang cryptocurrency? So, cryptocurrency po, as defined, ito po yung currency in many forms. It could be, ano po ba in a very, very high level? Ano po ba ang tinatawag nating blockchain?
Very good word dynamic finance. There's a word finance or the word... Hey there, Greg. Everyone can hear you. Want to say hi to everyone? This is Coach Miranda Miner. I'm sure you're very, very excited for the upcoming learning management system. Ano ba nga ba ito? No? Ito ay...
Allow me to introduce to you the one and only, the voice that introduced, pitikin kita sa ilong, isang hampas na lang ng palakol, the power of yet. Please, let's give it up to our pambansang crypto coach, Coach Miranda Miner.
Hey guys! Good morning! Good morning! Good morning! Ayun! Isang magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. My name is Coach Miranda Miner and welcome to our show. Nako naman, grabe.
Coach, bakit ang pogi mo?
Ay nako, dapat kailangan pogi tayo lagi para marami tayong mga makukuhang mga viewers, di ba? Ay nako. Anyways, alas 9 na. Ikaw, kumain ka na ba, Miranda? Ako dapat tapos na ang dinner ha para dire-diretso na tayo. We're gonna be covering about what are the top coins na pinipili po natin this January, and you might want to compare your notes. Ano ba yung mga reasons ba't ko kinatago yung mga, or ba't ko balak or bakit ko balak i-monitor ito mga coins na to. So, tayo ay dapat lahat ay nagkumain or nag-dinner na, di ba?
Coach, kumain ka na ba?
Aba, oo naman. Para before tayo mag-live, dapat kain muna, di ba? Ikaw, kumain ka na ba, Miranda? Type number 1 kung kumain ka na. Type number 1 kung kumain ka na para let's all do this. Ano, alam mo talagang kailangan we're gonna be talagang laging kailangang malakas, no? Kumain na and dapat lagi tayong naka-focus. All right, with that said, let's now go with our show. And of course, our show is brought to us by
This program by BingX, the world's fastest growing crypto app where you can find your next multi-bagger coin. Download now using Coach Miranda Miner's referral link found in your chat room and in the screen.
Okay, all right, let's actually now look into our teka lang, Miranda. Let's now make sure we look into our market performance as of yesterday, no? So let's quickly go on with our with our coin screener real quick. Obviously, Bitcoin is currently running, no, at 21,000. Bumalik po sa 21,000 ang Bitcoin. Ethereum currently at 1559. Salamat. Nako, talagang inaantabayanan po natin ang pagtaas ulit ng coin. Mamaya I'm gonna be discussing what are the potential drivers, kung bakit pwedeng bumaba pa rin itong coin na to. Tingnan po natin, but let's continue our show. BNB currently at 289. Medyo bumaba po ito from $300. Currently at 42 basis points increase for the past 24 hours. Pero for the past 7 days, okay pa din, no? Okay pa din si BNB, no? Medyo hindi gaanong kalayo. But at the end of the day, Bitcoin is still rallying at 10% increase for the past 7 days. Ethereum 10% din. XRP currently at 4.42% increase for the past 7 days. Medyo humahabol. Solana is still strong at 23.69% increase for the past 7 days. Polygon Matic still green. Dogecoin and Cardano. Cardano medyo Lumipad ito for the past 30 days, no? Cardano po ang isa sa mga pinakamataas na sinipa for the past 30 days over the top 10 coins. Ito po ay sumipa ng 33.89%, no? Sumunod si Solana, pero Solana kasi is top number 11, no? Sumunod si Lido or LDO, currently at 30%. Ang tinaas niyan for the past 30 days. All right, let's quickly now check in terms of our OI for the past 24 hours. Medyo sumisipa po ng sobrang laki ang Raven coin. It's currently being traded in futures. Currently, OI is at 69%. Mako, heavily traded, mga naglolong, no? A lot of people are actually doing long for RVN based on the past 24 hours open interests. Alright, couple of things na kailangan nating bantayan, Miranda, in the stock market world po ngayon that can influence results. No, kahapon, Miranda, January 19 kahapon, si Netflix medyo nag-close ng red kasi yung report nila on earnings lumabas lang yan after the bell, no? But it looks like people are a bit positive for Netflix dahil medyo maganda ang pre-market figures. Sinilip ko kanina, the pre-market figures is approximately around, approximately around, give me a second, Miranda. Alright, approximately around positive 6%, no? Positive 6% ang potential forecast ng Netflix on the open of the belt. Tingnan po natin kung ito ay matutuloy. We're gonna be monitoring the performance of the coins today, stocks today, but for the most part, medyo berde ang stock market as of today. So from an earnings report perspective, kahapon Procter & Gamble and Netflix are the two top market cap drivers, 145 billion for Netflix. Currently, planning to open green. Malaki po ang effect nito simply because the cryptocurrency is affected by NDQ and Netflix is actually part of NDQ. So it looks like pag maganda ang opening ni NDQ for today, then Bitcoin can potentially see a rally at 10:30. But again, titingnan po natin if the market can correlate as of today. Netflix actually is on a good news a little bit, pero hindi nito in effect ang stock market kahapon. As a matter of fact, when you look into the Netflix performance as of yesterday, medyo red, no? Medyo red si Netflix simply because Netflix performance or yung kanilang overall performance is actually sales report was actually only discussed during the latter part of the day. No? So if you're gonna be noticing medyo overall, they're still actually in the red territory. Pero tingnan po natin if it's gonna be covering kung ito po ay mag-o-offset, no, kung tutuloy-tuloy itong impulse move na ito. If this one goes up, then NDQ can potentially try to retest back its 618 area and potentially Bitcoin can follow. Again, if you're not monitoring my show, one of the reasons why bumaba si Bitcoin, because nagkaroon ng correlated move ang Bitcoin from NDQ, and NDQ has had a correction play noong humataw ito ng 61.8%. Nagkaroon ng correction and eventually Bitcoin further followed, causing the correction play or price rejection for Bitcoin. Alright, let's look into the overall medyo mixed bag po ang market kahapon. We're actually expecting a little bit of the same picture today except for obviously medyo meron tayo mga potential greens, particularly for Netflix, yung mga magre-report, no? Kailangan nating bantayan over the next couple of days for, I think next week, Microsoft will be reporting January 24. Microsoft will be reporting a big company, and it can potentially affect Nasdaq by next week because Microsoft is actually part of the NDQ. All right, let's go now with some of our FAs as of today. Medyo from an FA perspective, Lido is still actually number one in the liquid staking territory. It's currently at 7.76 billion, followed by MKR, AAB Curve, Convex, Uniswap, JustLend, PancakeSwap, and InstaDApp. There's not much movement here, no? Yung pa rin top 5 ang nangunguna from a DeFi perspective. Let's quickly go now with our stables. Tingnan natin yung mga nadidipeg-dipeg dyan. Alright. From a off-peg perspective, medyo for the past 7 days and 1 month, medyo okay. Medyo alanganin po si Okay, there's a little bit of not much of a concern, pero from a 1-month perspective, Tether is actually balanced. Si BUSD may 9.7 negative. I'm not necessarily concerned about this. TUSD medyo overpeg siya. Okay. USDD is still off peg, negative 2.95, but again, medyo na-offset siya ng perception about Justin Sun, which by the way, nag-apologize na siya sa kanya mga pinagsasabi, and they already have a council of advisors, no, formed by some KOLs, etc. Buti naman, di ba? Alright, by the way, sa mga nagtatanong kung ako po ay bakit mukha akong naka-uniforme na warme ako ng gobyerno today. Matagal kasi ko na kasing hindi nasusuot tong damit na to. Mga corporate dress natin, no, Miranda. No? Anyways, let's actually now move on. So from a DeFi perspective, I don't see much of an issue. Medyo hindi gaano gumagalaw. As a matter of fact, kung titingnan natin for the past couple of days, medyo nagre-recover na rin naman si TVL or Total Value Lock, currently up at 44.98 or almost back to its 45 billion territory. So for the past 2 weeks, ito po ay humataw from 34 billion currently, and it's actually for the past 2 weeks noong January, actually past 20 days, couple of days lang, no? It's currently at 38 noong January 1, pero currently up at 44, so almost 6 or 7 billion ang inakit nito in the past of 20 days lamang. So meaning organic ang pag-akit niya. Pero nag-a-agree ba sa atin? Ng mga experts, no? Obviously, we're actually monitoring itong mga nangyayari sa Davos. Andyan na yata yung Pangulo natin, no? But we're actually monitoring. I'm not concerned about the political arena, but I'm actually concerned about kung ano ba yung mga pinagsasasabi nila dyan tungkol kay crypto. So we're gonna be looking into some of the things na pinagsasasabi nila, and let's now go dive into it. Let's all discuss issues ngayon sa ating market. This is Coach Miranda Minor Reacts. Tutok na! Let's all discuss all of the worthy issues ngayon sa ating market. This is Coach Miranda Minor Reacts. Tutok na! Let's all discuss all of the worthy issues ngayon sa ating market. Alright, let's now focus here, no? So ano ba yung mga pinag-uusapan dyan? Let's all, and of course, credits to CBS News. Thank you. Let's all listen a little bit kung ano yung mga pinag-uusapan dyan ngayon, Miranda. Let's all listen to this.
Fewer cryptocurrency companies are on display at the World Economic Forum in Davos as the industry recovers from a rocky 2022. This year's forums has also featured less advertising than in previous years.
So as what I've said, medyo less ang advertising as created again on the headline ng ating CBS News. True enough, medyo konti ang mga nag-advertise yan ngayon, potentially driven by a lot of FUD from the centralized exchanges. But let's look into ano pong pwede pa nating malaman from the Davos conference. Let's all listen to this. Importante ito because this guy is actually one of the big wigs in JP Morgan. Tingnan natin kung ano sasabihin niya about Bitcoin.
It's fake? Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud. It's a pet rock.
You're back to that?
Yeah,
Really?
Of course, yeah.
So what do you make then of BlackRock?
So I'll just repeat ha, sabi nila Bitcoin is a hyped up fraud. Sabi nila Bitcoin is a hyped up fraud daw. Let's again listen to this big wig from JP Morgan, Miranda.
Of course, yeah.
So what do you make then of BlackRock and other firms that are investing in infrastructure?
No, that's different. Blockchain is a technology ledger system that we use to move information. We've used it to do overnight repo, intraday repo. We've used it to move money.
Right.
So that is a ledger. That's a technology ledger type of thing that we think will be deployable. Remember, we've been talking about that for 12 years too, and very little's been done.
There's some tokens that I agree with you on, but Bitcoin's based on a distributed ledger. It has all.
All right, so this entire conversation just went go all around. Eventually, in my own perspective, Miranda, well, he deserves to give his opinion, pero we need to understand that JP Morgan themselves is actually into crypto and investment, no? So medyo nakakatawa lang yung comment, but then again, medyo nag-ingat siya ng konti kasi sabi niya, teka lang, no? Blockchain itself is somehow good at we're looking distributed ledger, but Bitcoin itself medyo allergic daw siya doon, Miranda. Let's now go on with another news. So now we're gonna be looking into a couple of, actually nandiyan si Garlinghouse, no? In-interview siya dyan, yung XRP leader. I've watched his interview, medyo okay naman yung interview niya. Ang kagandahan sa sinabi ni Garlinghouse, sabi niya, XRP rather. Actually, si Garlinghouse is actually XRP. Sabi niya dyan, XRP is actually a means of payment for global, for global institutions, no? And if that's reality, mawawalan ng trabaho, mawawalan ng businesses ang ang MoneyGram and Western Union, because again, XRP, kung ang gusto nilang sabihin is actually a means of payment, then they need to strengthen the collaboration between XLM and MoneyGram. Actually, nagkaroon ng news yan last year, di ba? But let's actually get to hear ano pa sinasabi nila on Davos.
Have shifted, but we've been having some conversations about it. Among others, I talked to Jeremy Allaire, the CEO of Circle. Let's listen to what some people had to say.
Circle is obviously the company or the centralized company na merong gusto sanang bilhin si USDC. Let's all listen to this. If you remember, they're actually doing some SPACs or backdoor listing for Circle together with USDC. So let's gonna be looking into this, Miranda.
USDC has actually grown since the FTX collapse, and it's actually, we've seen other digital dollar infrastructure stablecoins have significant declines while we've continued to sustain. And so, I think regulated, transparent, infrastructure like ours is well suited to this environment.
So it looks like, Miranda, just one more second.
I think Bitcoin prices will come back, but it will come back in a way more organized way than expected. It will follow the interest rate.
So I've been monitoring the Davos conference. Ang sinasabi lang lahat talaga dito is everyone's actually on a monitoring side, no? Kasi wala nang gustong maging FTX ulit, no? So at the end of the day, everyone's actually trying to look for a market trend or a re-entry, Miranda. So Davos overall, medyo hindi ganoong ka-limelight unlike last year and 2 years ago kung napakarami, meron pa mga pizza dyan. Bakit maraming pizza? Because obviously the first product that Bitcoin was able to purchase is actually 2 slices of pizza for 10,000. No, for 10,000 Bitcoin, Miranda. So that's actually 2012, 2011, Miranda. So that's actually what's happening right now in the market.
Ang galing mo talaga, Coach.
Alright, let's quickly, saan mo nagagaling yung mga voice na yan, Coach Miranda? Let's quickly now go with some of the other news as of today. Alright, in the cryptocurrency world, si Wink, ito na, medyo actually, merong lumabas na balita in CoinDesk. Sinasabi nila mukhang priced in na yata itong FUD nito. No? Sinasabi nila potentially pwedeng parehas lang din yung mangyayari, potentially pwedeng mangyari lang din na okay na tayo, etc. etc. So let's see, Miranda, pero sinasabi dito magkakaso ngayon sila at Barry Silbert can potentially be sued simply because of the kapabayaan dyan in Genesis, no? So you need to remember, Genesis Trading is actually a market maker. So medyo dapat umaakyat ang ating trading volume. So tingnan po natin from a trading volume perspective across all of our cryptocurrency. Tingnan po natin ng mabilis. From a cryptocurrency, I'm gonna be opening real value. Let's take a look at this. Kung magkano na ngayon ang ating volume. Meron na tayong approximate of 4.82 billion for Bitcoin, currently at 5 billion. No? Let's quickly try to open our volume chart. Okay, tingnan po natin. Alright, so from an average volume standpoint, 5 billion. Umaakit na actually tayo, no? Medyo maganda tong metric na to. Kasi nakikita nyo dito, from an average trading volume, galing tayo sa around 4.3 billion. Actually, umabot pa tayo ng 1.64 billion on December 24. Talagang no one was trading. Pero ngayon, umaabot na tayo ng almost 7.61 billion. January 14, umabot tayo doon. Let's actually try to further check on this. Pero mukhang magre-recover na tayo coming from 1 billion. Average tayo ng mga 4 to 5 billion as of the past couple of days. Pero linear, dashboard-wise, nandito po yan. So you would have noticed na nung January 14, nung medyo may pagkaroon ng rally, the Bitcoin trading volume went over as high as 7.61. So hindi na tayo umaabot ng 1.57. Kung ino-notice natin from a trading volume perspective, medyo umaangat na tayo, no, versus noong mga nakakaraang mga araw na flat lang tayo ng 2 billion, no, noong mga December. But umaabot na tayo ng 754 billion, which is actually a good news from a trading perspective. Okay? So tingnan po natin ano ba ngayon ang ating mga coin na binabantayan. Let's all dive into this. Please don't forget to click on like and subscribe ka Miranda para tuloy-tuloy tayo. And you know what? Your like is actually able to help me. Ka Miranda, your like is helping me do my job better. So please don't forget to click on like and subscribe ka Miranda.
Subscribe, like, follow, and share. Sige na please, ka Miranda.
Alright, let's actually now go with our coins to watch. Number 1, Cardano. No, Cardano is actually a coin to watch simply because one of their stable coin has created an advisory last week that they're actually on track to launch this particular month of January. Okay? So tingnan po natin, let's actually wait if this is going to be a potential driver of a pump. Okay, is this going to become a pump driver? Let me tell you my thought process. Let me tell you my thought leadership here, ka Miranda. Okay, marami tayong mga hype ngayon that Cardano can potentially pump. However, JED kasi is an algorithmic stablecoin. And there's a lot of research nowadays that an algorithmic stablecoin can potentially be dead. Okay? So if obviously Terra Luna is an algorithmic stablecoin, so potentially kapag ito ay lumabas, potentially ang pwedeng lumabas dyan, people will take it with a grain of salt. Bakit? Kasi nga iisipin ng tao, teka lang, I know meron kayong ilalabas pero you are actually pinsan ka ni UST nung stablecoin ni Terra. Kasi algorithmic stablecoin ka din. Paano kung hindi madipeg rather yung iyong value, no? So in my own perspective, this is actually a coin to watch. But then again, I'm not really excited about JED as a stablecoin for today. I'm actually looking at the Cardano ecosystem, medyo all green across the board. However, magiging kalaban kasi ni Cardano si Ethereum. Ang dami pong updates ni Ethereum for the past couple of days. No, so I'm not necessarily overexcited with Cardano in terms of the launch of its stablecoin on this month. Pero syempre, people will speculate, people will be speculative, so something for you guys to watch out as well. Alright, the next one to watch is Solana. No? Akala ko ba, Coach, ang ayaw mo dyan kay Solana? Diba? Akala ba ayaw mo dyan? Yes, no? But obviously, nung sila ay nagkakaroon na ng... Actually, one of the biggest black eye ni Solana is kapatid kasi ni FTX, no? Marami nagwe-wait and see kay Solana simply because merong tinatawag na quote-unquote Sam's Coin. Sam's Coin daw yan, no? So... ang ating guide for Solana, medyo dumadami ang kanilang activity. They're actually launching a lot of meme coins, to be honest with you. Diyan nga nagsimula ulit yung appetite on some of the meme coins right now on the top 10 coins. No? So, for me, potentially pwedeng umangat itong Solana, pero ang magiging black eye ulit nito is kapag meron na naman silang malaking scam na pwedeng mangyari. No? So this is going to be a risk-on, risk-off scenario. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng tumuloy-tuloy umakyat up to $27, $28. However, magiging black eye nila kung meron na naman silang negative issue. Alright? And I'm not confident too much about Bonk simply because ginagamit nilang parang parang laruan yung mga meme coins para i-hype ulit ang community. And I know if you build the community on a hype, medyo delikado yan, ka Miranda. Alright, let's now go with the next coin to watch this month. It's going to be SHIB and Dogecoin. Bakit? the market is actually being very, very speculative. No, we're actually looking at the market activity of Dogecoin and SHIB Inu. One of the drivers of SHIB Inu is because of the Shibarium, no, yung kanyang ila-launch na ecosystem, no. So for the most part, yung Shibarium na ilalabas ng Shiba Inu can potentially drive some adoption of the coin again. However, Kamiranda, let me tell you my overall opinion about this. No, Dogecoin, Bonk, no, and Dogecoin and SHIB Inu. Kamiranda, this is going to be the launch again of the meme coin era. No, this means that the market is speculating. No, that means that kung ikaw ay papasok dyan, go ahead, just don't over-invest your coin into a meme coin. No, para kang nag-i-invest into a basura stock, so to speak. No. So, we need to be able to understand that there are investable coins and tradable coins. Doon mga HPCs or high potential coins, pwede yan, but do not over-invest. No? Put some 1%, 2%, 3% on those types of coins depending on the price action of the coin itself. Alright? Dogecoin, SHIB Inu, and those are going to potentially become the coins na babantayan po natin over the next couple of days. Alright? So you have Solana, you have Cardano, you have Dogecoin, Dogecoin and SHIB Inu. Another thing that I'm gonna be really closely watching is XRP. Tingnan natin, medyo nahihinog na si XRP for the next couple of months. If you look into the technical analysis of these coins, medyo meron siyang tinatamaang most recent trend line resistance. Please chart your XRP para makita ninyo yan. The last time I checked XRP, nakikita ko diyang trendline resistance that needs to be broken. Pag yan nabasag, medyo maganda. Let me just double check, baka nagbasag na din, Kamiranda. Okay. So here, ito yung binabantayan ko kanina pa for the past couple of days. Alright, bantayan nyo din ito because this can potentially become a good breakout point of the coin. Type number 1 kung ito ay nakita na because this can be a multi-month breakout, Kamiranda. Please type number 1, please, okay?
Miranda Miner Profitable System ata yan.
Di ba? Ang dami na nating sound effects. All right, so we're going to be monitoring XRP. I'm not gonna be really excited about Cardano. I will monitor Cardano. Solana, I will kasi minsan even if you don't like the coin, you'll still monitor it, Kamiranda. No, these are important drivers of price action, Kamiranda. All right, let's now quickly go on with some of the other things na binabantayan po natin. Let's actually go on with our charting. Yun. I'm going to be charting Bitcoin again. Okay. Quickly check Bitcoin. Alright. So basically, ito ay as what we have said, pwede itong gumawa ng potential handle, which it is actually doing right now. The market is indecisive, obviously because indecisive ang market, nangyayari yan, especially on a major breakout of a coin. So tingnan po natin, ang pinakamagandang pasok dito is pag binasag nyo ulit yung kanyang lip. No, itong lip na to, pag nabasag ito, this one can potentially try to retest. Pag nabasag yan, this can potentially go higher. So let's make sure binabantayan po natin ang ating Bitcoin over the next couple of days. Otherwise, this one can potentially break down as well. Members, you've seen where the support is. Make sure alam nyo po yan. Make sure gamitin nyo po yan kung hanggang saan pa yan potentially pupunta. Alright, Ethereum can potentially, ang pinakamalalim kong price ng Ethereum can potentially go to around 1487. Yan ang pinakamalalim kong binabantayan potentially. Kanina ko pa ito gustong i-trade pero sabi natin, tingin ko magkakaroon ng a little bit of consolidation somewhere here. I think where 1486 can be your potential support and your resistance can be here. Pero let's not overcomplicate this because sabi nga natin, if crypto has correlated moves with your NDQ, di tingnan natin kung anong potential mangyari. Because at the end of the day, if we're going to be comparing, Kamiranda, so tingnan po natin. This is actually your Ethereum. Okay, let's actually go now into another coin. Tingnan natin si Bitcoin. Ayan. Si Bitcoin, this actually go on 4 hours as well. Magkakamukha lang naman yung Miranda. Para alam po natin at alam nyo that there's actually correlations, no? Let me actually now go and open NDQ. Para alam nyo, no, that obviously there's actually market correlation happening and this can potentially just continue to go the same route. Okay? So this can potentially just do the same route. Alright? So basically, the market is just going to correlate its move. At iniisip po natin that potentially, nagkaroon kasi ng 618 movement dito, no? Ayan, nagkaroon ng 618 movement. Let me just double check. So, nagkaroon ng 618 movement. Nagkaroon siya ng price correction ng January 18, no? January 18 price correction, January 18. I-plot natin, hanapin natin kung saan ito nagkaroon ng price degradation. So nagkaroon ng January 19, 12:30. Dito, ito ay nagkaroon ng January 19, pagbaba din ng coin, no? Let's actually check. January 19, there. January 18, 23:33. Ito naman, nagsimula itong bumaba ng January 18, 2023. Ito naman, magkakasabay lang talaga yan. No? This one did also the same. Diba? So basically, you're going to notice that talagang you're going to see some correlations. Now, Bitcoin and Ethereum are actually really correlated. I think 0.8 ang kanyang correlation as of today. So we're going to see, pag itong, if this one continues to go and regress, si Nasdaq, potentially we can see a potential breakdown as well. Baka magkaroon ng correlated move. So nagkaroon ng 382 bounce si Nasdaq and it can potentially become your support pero nire-retest niya pababa. So titingnan natin, medyo maganda ba ang opening ng ating market as of today. Pag mukhang maganda, mukhang magre-recover si Nasdaq and potentially Bitcoin and Ethereum can potentially recover as well. Let me just double check if that's the same performance of our pre-market numbers. Yan. Medyo berde pa din Miranda. No? So papantayan natin yan maya. Alright, overall, what's actually our overall mindset as of today? Alright, overall Miranda, one of the things na gusto nating makita dito, no? One of the things that we need to be able to drive here, Miranda, is obviously, you know, people are speculating. Marami nagsi-speculate. Bakit? Because the market is actually giving you a sideways movement. Diba? At marami sa mga traders ngayon simply because they're not seeing bigger price actions kasi nagko-consolidate, the market becomes indecisive. Marami mga naka-up in the air discussions. So the market will just look for other things to do. In this case, they're actually trying to speculate that some of the coins can go higher. Ngayon, ang gusto kong gawin mo Miranda, kung meron kang pera ngayon, look for your alternative coins. Hayaan nyo muna sila Bitcoin mag-consolidate dyan. Ay, ilagay nyo lang yan sa watchlist ninyo. No? I think that it's going just to go sideways unless further it breaks down on its key level resistance. Yung napaka-lip, yung lip ng kanilang cup kanina. So I'm going to add, as I've said, XRP, Cardano, Sol as a watch list. I'm not gonna be entering Sol. Okay, I'm going to be looking for your meme coins as well as a coin to monitor. So you have your Doge and you have your Shib Inu. Actually, si Shib Inu, ang laki na ng naka-stake lang yan sa akin Miranda, no? Kasi may nakuha ako mga Shib Inu na matagal na. Naka-stake lang sa akin si Shib, no? So I'm going just to, I mean, those are penny stocks or penny coins rather. No? I'm not gonna be really concerned about the price, but I'm just gonna be just hoarding them. Isa-stake ko lang sila. I think I currently, maliit lang yung akin ako Ethereum, mga less than 20 to 30,000 lang yata yung Shib Inu natin. Alright, so something for us to be, kasi pag nag-times 3, nag-times 4 yan, ang laki din nun, di ba? So, but I want you guys to be mindful of your position size on these types of speculative coins because the market is speculating. I'm trying to weigh in kung medyo aangat pa ba ang market simply because meron tayong Netflix report. Mukhang maganda. Sana gumanda. Sana umakyat. Tingnan po natin. Let's all look into the price at 10:30 ng gabi. 10:30 ng gabi. Right. And another thing that we need to be mindful of is obviously lahat ng mga world leaders nasa Davos. So basically, not so much of a major decision will be made over political conditions nowadays. Marcos is in Davos, di ba? So walang much political movements in the country nowadays, even in other countries. So babantayan din natin yan. Those are where, sabi nga nila, those are where decisions could be made simply because ang dami mga tao dyan ngayon, mga world leaders. Alright? Inflation. Ilang days na lang, FOMC na. So baka nga magsabay pa yan. Kung inantay mo na nga ng almost 1 year mag-breakout si Bitcoin ulit coming from its 15,000. Guys, if you would imagine, 2 weeks ago, Bitcoin is actually on $16,000. Ngayon nasa 21 na siya, di ba? So, meron ka pa ding dapat bias to retest upward, no? So, titingnan natin yan, magabantay tayo dyan, and we're hoping that yung magagandang mga news ng market natin mag-pick up and can potentially affect price. Kung wala naman, yung mga negative news natin like yung Genesis bankruptcy filing, no? At wag naman sana magkaroon pa ng major big hacking in the market today, then we're gonna be as is ka Miranda. Alright, type number 1 kung naintindihan po ninyo ang ating mga pinagsasabi dito.
Ang galing mo talaga, Coach.
All right. Okay, so all right, let's quickly now check our comments here. Okay, Bitcoin. All right, noted on that on some of your comments. Okay, wala na ba kayong tanong? Is there anything I can actually discuss right now for all of you? Again, if you're noticing, medyo hindi ako ganon ka-aggressive on RVN or Raven Coin, although umaakyat yan kanina. I also have Algo. I'm not really aggressive on that. Algo, RVN, LDOs, Gala are actually in my radar as well. Binabantayan ko yung mga coins na yan. CHZ is another coin na binabantayan natin. So those are the coins. I'm not really particular on ICOs and IDOs most recently. I don't think big projects nowadays will have markets, no? So hindi ako interesado sa mga new projects except kung ito ay project ng mga big companies already. That's just me talking. May mga risk takers sa inyo, okay lang din yan kung kaya nyo gawin. Kasi normally, billionaires are born during the bear market. Kung may mga nabili ka talaga magaganda, tinuturo ko naman yan sa intermediate class. Meron kang 3 HPC or 10 HPC, to go 1% yun. O, let's say, siyam doon hindi gumana pero yung isa naging multi-bagger. Di maganda yun ka Miranda. That could be your potential coin. Now, before tayo mag-dismiss, I would like to give you a little bit of context on the Philippines stock market, no? The Philippines stock market is actually on a rally for January, no? On January. So, however, meron tayong negative news on the Philippines market that can potentially affect the market. No, let me just quickly share my screen again one more time, Miranda. All right, so if you take a look into our headlines on the Philippine stock market, medyo negative, no? We have our worst deficit ever. Ito yung medyo pinanggagalingan ko bakit ayoko ng Maharlika Fund, simply because we're not on a wealth fund. And that's the reason why they changed the name of the fund, no? Hindi na siya wealth fund, ito ay ginawang investment fund na lang. So basically, sabi dito, the balance of the deficit is already 7.3 billion. Pinakamalaki yan. No, one of the highest, no, deficit ever, no. So if you're gonna be looking into the financial strength of a government, kung napakalaki ng inyong deficit, that's definitely a problem, no? At one of the things na kailangan nating tingnan dito is from a deficit perspective, what is the relationship of the deficit to your GDP? No? Your budget deficit to your GDP should be put in check. Kasi ibig sabihin yan, are you going to be able to still pay, no? Yung GDP to your utang, you're going to look into your deficit, into your GDP, kasi kailangan mo makita diyan, ikaw ba pauutangin ba kita bilang isang bansa kung napakalaki na kung wala ka ng GDP. Dapat diyan ang inyong credit to your GDP should not be more than 60%. The last time I checked, nung panahon ng kabilang administrasyon, nasa 30%. Kaya ang lakas natin mangutang nung pandemic. Pero ngayon, I think nasa 60 or 70% na yung ating utang versus GDP. Which means, let's say for every 10 na corn na inaani natin and to be able to sell as a country, 6 doon bayad lang sa utang. So yun ang medyo binabantayan natin. So at the end of the day, medyo one of the worst, no? One of the worst cumulative deficit in our financial strength as a government. Medyo pangit yung news na yan, no? Tingin po natin maganda ang PSEI, no? The Philippine stock market has actually been trying to give a good trajectory. Pero tingin po natin over the next couple of months in the Philippine stock market, medyo people are going to start taking profits. Why did I say that? Medyo ang ganda po ng performance ng PSEI ngayon, no? Let me just try to open PSEI as of today. So if you're going to check on here, kung mapapansin ninyo ka, Miranda, yung takbo ng PSEI natin, we actually have been going up. No? Since October 4 ka, Miranda, the market has been on a good rally. No? Good rally, kaya kahit anong bilhin mong blue chip umaakyat. As a matter of fact, I think SMPH is actually on a green as well, no? Let me just double check that for all of you. Yan, SMPH is actually up already. SM is actually 950 already. If you notice, this is one of my trades, no? I traded SMPH. Yan, sabi natin, no? Yan. Going to hide earnings muna. Medyo pangit. Anyways, I think you guys can see naman, no? I'm gonna be discussing lang high levels nito. SM medyo umaangat, no? 950 pesos already. PLDT is already also up. Medyo umangat na din si PLDT, Miranda, no? Coming from the low. So if you guys would have recalled, sabi ko, this one meron ditong potential correction area sa PLDT, pero mukhang binasag niya rin, no? Binabasag niya. And nung binasag niya, umangat, trying to retest a 618. Merong isang pangit na kandila dito, but overall, umaakyat pa din, 1,460. Ayala, I'm not going to invest on ALI forever na nasa 32 pesos yan. GMA7, magandang recovery. At least magandang recovery ito for GMA galing sa 10. They're actually up at right now, medyo bullish yung candle nila. Tingin ko magandang effect nito sa mga shows, no? Sa mga shows nila ngayon, if I look into the programming na meron ng GMA7, medyo they have the market lion share. ABS-CBN is actually just selling their episodes right now overseas. So maganda ang effect sa GMA7 ng current market share nila, no? I'm going to look for sa stocks naman, I'm going to look for some of the businesses na merong kinalaman ito guys, ito medyo atin lang to ha. Kasi minsan sa totoo lang, no, hindi ko alam kung naniniwala kayo dito. Meron kasing mga businesses na umuunlad dahil sa feng shui, no? So maraming mga businesses, kunyari ikaw ay nasa water. Yan. Pag nasa water business ka, uunlad ka daw sa water rabbit this year. Tanda, mga ganon. Pag nasa mining business ka naman, since metal is against water, so medyo negative ka. Ganon daw. So, ngayon daw, ang magagandang mga business may kinalaman sa water, okay daw yung kulay blue. Yan, tatandaan niyo yan. So, medyo SM daw is kulay blue, kaya gumaganda daw sila. Kulay blue yung logo. So, mga ganon. Ewan kung maniniwala kayo, pero may mga ganon tao na they're actually mga Chinese businessmen, no? They look for some signs, no, in terms of their business. But again, tayo naman, we're actually more of a fundamental and a technical analysis. So something for us to be able to look for are the blue chip companies. But I'm actually seeing some corrections on February and March. I'm actually seeing some corrections on February and March, Miranda. Okay. Another thing, something to always look forward to kung kayo ay long-term investors naman are the green energy companies, no? The green energy companies are always good companies to invest on, no? For rates naman, medyo piliin niyo yung mga rates ninyo, no? When you're looking for rates, basahin niyo yung prospectus. Pag nagkaroon, makinig kayo ha sa mga nag-aantay na mga SROs, mga IPOs, etc. Punta kayo dun sa platform ninyo, basahin, hingin yung prospectus ng kumpanya. Kasi kailangan nyo malaman doon sa prospectus ano ba yung kanilang potential 5 years projections on financials. May mga company kasi 5 years ang laki ng mga utang na binabayaran kaya talagang walang mangyayaring EBITDA for the next 5 years. So hingin yung prospectus. Another thing, kung bibili kayo ng mga rates or REITs, check ninyo mabuti kung ano yung kanilang mga projects in terms of rentals and buildings, no? I think for A rates medyo umaakyat sila since the time they were created, simply because marami na silang mga real estate rentals ngayon, no? Dumadami, meron na tayong mga Ayala North, meron na tayong aside from Ayala West. Meron tayong McKinley West ngayon for the McKinleys. Meron na tayong North, yan, sa mga pinare-rent nila. Tingnan nyo yung mga pinaparent nilang properties. Kung maganda at marami silang mga potential in the pipeline for the next 5 years, doon kayo mag-invest ng rates. Diba? Kasi doon kumukuha ng value ang rates. At an average, kukita ng mga 4 or 5%, parang risk-free lang yan, investment instrument. Parang panglaban mo lang sa inflation. Kasi kikita ka dyan meron kang share kumbaga, no? And Philippines it's not anymore new in terms of rates, no? Nagkaroon ng rates ang Philippines simula with Ayala. Marami nang sumunod na mga rates. Yan. So something for you guys to consider para meron kayong steady, stable stream of income. I think some of them were paying every quarter, so kayo na bahala dyan, Miranda. Marami ng potential pagpipilian. I'm going to become a bit careful on over-investing on rates. Ang pinaka-aabangan nyo dapat pag nagsalita na to, bantayan nyo lahat yung SM. No? SM is one of the biggest na dapat inaantay natin lahat from a rental perspective. Anyways, I hope nakatulong sa inyo yan and it was able to show to you some little bit of by the way, another thing na pwede yung bantayan for long term is yung connectivity, no? When I'm looking at the market share, I'm not going to overly invest on Globe. I'm going to look for some companies like Converge. No, I'm going to look for Converge kasi the problem, the 5-year projection nila, sila yung may pinakamalaking business problem to solve, which is actually network and connectivity across the barrios, no? So napakalaking revenue share niya na pwedeng kainin from a revenue perspective. So Converge is a potential driver of revenue versus Globe and PLD. So something for you guys to look at as well kung gusto niyo talaga mag long-term investment on Philippine stocks. Alright, okay. So that's it for now, Miranda. Maraming salamat. Okay, maraming salamat, Miranda. Alright, what is my look for dito? Dito is good pero overpriced yan, no? One of the problems of dito is obviously they're actually trying to pay all of their capex kasi debt servicing pa yan eh. dami na lang capex, di ba, ng investing on capex. So, syempre, they need to pay all of their infrastructures. Tsaka yung market share nila, no? Are they promising better signal or nag-lease lang sila ng signals? Marami naman sa dito kasi they're just leasing they're leasing the posts or the towers, no? Or the signal lines, or sorry, the telco lines of PLDT or Globe, etc. So, tingin natin, dito as a potential, but we're talking about years and years and years, no? 3 pesos lang ito dito, I think, at this point. Okay, alright, maraming salamat kay Miranda. I hope it's actually good enough for you to know. Napaka punong-puno nating mga lessons for today. Salamat. Alright, and of course, don't forget to click on like and subscribe kay Miranda.
Subscribe, like, follow, and share. Sige na please, Miranda.
Alright, sagutin ko lang to. Coach, if the market is going up and the aggregated open interest is going down, ano po ang meaning noon? So meaning the market, baka ang tanong ni JR is, if the coin price is going up, kasi imposibleng umakyat ang price ng market, but the OI overall is going down. Ang ibig sabihin nun, nanahimik na yung buong derivatives industry. ayaw na nilang mag-trade, no? Yun ang ibig sabihin nun. But if the market is going up, OI is going up, valid yung pag-akyat niya. Valid yun. Pero if the coin price is going up, if the coin price is going down and OI is going down and funding rate is negative, people are shorting the coin. Sige, discuss ko yan soon. Pero yung kaninang scenario medyo hindi parang unusual yun. Parang pinabayaan na ng mga tao ang derivatives, no? Kung hindi umaakyat. Kasi ang ibig sabihin ng OI, there are new or fresh money coming in, no? There are a lot of new money coming in, mga new contract na ginagawa because people are locking their money again on open interests. Open interest kasi ito yung mga unsettled or unliquidated amounts na nabukas pa ngayon, no? So, magandang tanong yan. Alright, maraming salamat. Sabi ni Anisito, Converge number 1. Sabi ni Jason, thank you coach sa pag-guide. Yan, sabi niya. Maraming salamat. And of course, thank you to Binance. Thank you all to our 983 viewers. Hello Binance team. Salamat. Alright. Okay, sagutin ko lang tong mga tanong na ito. I'm gonna be checking some of the questions here. Alright. People are shorting. Makikita mo yan sa OI. If the open interest is actually going high, no? But the price of the coin is going down, ibig sabihin valid yung pagbaba ng coin kasi people are shorting it. No? Alright. Basta i-discuss ko, gagawa ko ng content, price, OI, funding rate. Anong kinalaman ng tatlong yun sa derivatives industry? Is that a fully accurate model? Hindi lagi, no? But something that we can look into. Kung mataas ang OI, maraming bagong pera na pumapasok sa mga nag-derivatives trade, no? Pero gawin nyo lang yan kapag yung OI ninyo kapag yung market cap ng isang coin is medyo mataas talaga. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, hindi siya manamanipula. No, the market's actually legit. Kumbaga, malaki yung market cap, malaki yung OI. Hindi siya basta-basta mamanipulate ng iba-ibang tao lang. Alright? Zodiac sign, ako ay pinanganak ng, ano ba yung zodiac sign? Aries. Ako ay Aries, kay Miranda. Alright. Mark, I'm noticing you pero sorry I cannot start TPT. Wala na tayong oras pero thank you guys. Okay, so sige, i-message nyo ako ng inyong Discord channel, username. Alright? Okay. I think we're good, Miranda. No? Noted tong question na to, but I'll take note of this. Maraming salamat po, guys. Alright, salamat. Okay.
Subscribe, like, follow, and share. Sige na please, Miranda.
Good night. Salamat po.